Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a day in the life. It's been about a month since I filmed a day in the life video, and we'll get into a little bit of why throughout this video. But this is like the first day in the life of our summer break, and we are getting ready to go camping. And so I've got a lot of food to make, a lot of things to prepare, and so I thought that maybe some of you guys who might be going camping this summer might enjoy seeing what I'm preparing for just a long weekend camping trip. You can hear my coffee brewing in the background. It's about 8:30 right now, and so I'm just getting breakfast together for the kids. And then the first thing I need to do today is go pick up my Walmart order from Walmart Pickup. I have not been able to get a time slot, and I also really hadn't been trying because I wanted to leave pickup options for people who really needed them, that couldn't go grocery shopping through the whole height of the pandemic. So anyways, I was able to get a pickup time on Sunday for Wednesday. It was only a couple days later, so I was pretty excited about that. So I do need to go pick up our Walmart order. It's just camping food, so like certain things I needed for what I want to make. So I'll show you guys like what I'm making, how I meal plan for camping, make the food, and that's really what a lot of today's video is going to be. So with that being said, we're gonna get started, gonna feed the kids, and then I'm gonna run to Walmart. So here's my breakfast this morning. I did 2 eggs and half a cup of egg whites for added protein, and then almost burned toast with avocado oil, butter on there. And I know I'm probably weird, but I like it when it's burned with the eggs. So that's what I'm gonna eat really quick. And I got my coffee, my good old Texas cup. So gonna quickly eat this and then head to Walmart so I don't miss my pickup window. Hi.
Was it for William?
Yes.
And did you see the substitution?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
Thank you. So I got my groceries now. My Walmart pickup is done, and I'm gonna drive back home. You guys will see that none of the kids are in the car. My oldest is preparing and has been for probably about 6 months to a year now for babysitting, and so part of that is like when I need to run out and do something if all of her siblings don't want to join me and I'm not going super far away, and it's gonna be pretty quick, then I give them the option. And so anyways, the kids stayed with her, my oldest, so I am going to use this quiet moment in the car to Marco Polo my friend Jamie Kite. She has a YouTube channel too. We talk almost every single day, and it's been like such a blessing. So anyways, I am going to use this time to Marco her. I like look forward to it, especially when I have no kiddos in the car. So here is a lot of the camping gear that we're gonna be bringing, and then the rest we have up here, some new stuff like my husband's kayak and life jackets and things, but I do need to get into these bins to put in like the paper plates and the napkins, and then this is how we transport everything when we go camping, is in these large containers. They're easy to put back in the car and store up, and it's just an easy way for us. So I need to get into one of these so that I can bring it inside and fill it up, and I've got the kids coming out to help me unload the groceries. And you guys can just put everything on the counter, okay?
Okay.
Can you carry in the propane so I can fill it? Landon, grab my purse. Grab my purse, please. Kylie, that bin just has sleeping bags, or it's empty now, so you can carry that one in. So we can fill it up. Hold the door.
I wonder if I'll find my old binoculars. Are we filling every single one of these bins with food?
No, we're gonna consolidate. So here's all the food from Walmart for the camping trip. I will show you guys once we get everything situated. So can you put this one on the ground? We do a small cooler that just has drinks in it, so all the drinks will be in there. And then we have another super huge one that's like 5 times as big as this that we put all the food in. So, and then like I said, I put all of like the cooking and the paper towels and the soap and all that in one container, so then I can just take it out and put it back. So I'm gonna have the kids help me because they get to come camping, so they need to help with getting things ready.
And it's worth it.
So the first thing I'm gonna do to prepare is, like I said, I need to, when we go camping and we pack up camp, we put everything back in, but I don't remember from last summer like what we were out of, and as far as like trash bags or paper towels or anything like that. So I need to figure out and put all of the like the French press and just all the things we use into this larger container to kind of consolidate, so we'll just have one big storage bin holding all those items like the paper plates and everything like that. So I'm gonna do that first to kind of free up some space in here, and then I'm going to show you guys what we got at Walmart and my menu, and then I'm gonna get started with cooking and preparing the food we need for the weekend. So I got everything that is like supply-wise into one of these black storage bins. They have these at Sam's Club and Costco, and they're really nice. They hold a lot. They stack really well. So this holds, like as you can see, first aid, soap for washing things, our lights, paper towels, sunscreen, bug spray, headlamps, utensils, forks, knives, lighters, foil, I mean literally anything you can imagine, dish soap to wash dishes. So we put all the supply type stuff in here. In this container, I am going to fill it with dry snacks. I think that can actually be a good job for you. And Kylie's making the muffins with Olivia's help, so they're working on that. So anything dry, like granola bars or chips or anything, we're gonna fill into here. So that way it's in an easy container. We can take it out, we can put it back in when we leave. Nice and easy. Got this bin all filled up with things like dry fruit, Skinny Pop, what's this called? Easy Mac for simple. We've got some protein bars, graham crackers, s'mores supplies, beef turkey jerky down there. So this is like all the snack food. So we can go ahead and put the lid on this one. I wanted to show you guys these. These are so great for camping when you tent camp, because you literally pour the water in here and you shake it up. And so like you don't need a bowl or anything, so it's really easy to use. So I got one of those, actually two. So this is something we always make every time we go. So here is how I do it, right? Very simple. I meal plan every meal that we're having. So Friday we're leaving, so we'll have breakfast at home. For lunch we're gonna eat out, and for dinner we're gonna have barbecue chicken sandwiches and pasta salad when we get there. Saturday we're gonna have yogurt bowls and muffins, sandwiches and chips for lunch, campfire chili for dinner. Sunday we're gonna have pancakes and fruit for breakfast. Lunch will be salad for Jake and I, and then the kids will probably have macaroni and cheese too. Dinner will be turkey burgers and veggies. Monday will be eggs and bacon in the morning. Lunch will be peanut butter and jelly wraps with fruit, and then dinner we'll eat either when we get home or on the road back home. So that's how I meal plan for every single thing. And then I have a list here of things I need to make ahead. So the girls are working on the muffins. I need to make the chili ahead. I prefer to cook everything I can before we get there. That way I know it's properly cooked. Cooking on a campfire can be kind of challenging even though we have a stove. It's just easier if I do it at home. So I'm gonna make the chili ahead, I'm gonna make the pasta salad ahead, I'm gonna make the yogurts ahead, and I'm gonna make the barbecue chicken ahead. So that way when we get there, all I have to do is heat it and then we can have it. So that's how I do it. So all these groceries over here are mostly for that. So I got 3 pounds of ground turkey for the chili, some hummus to snack on. I'm gonna preheat the oven for you, Kylie.
Okay.
All these veggies are like to snack on. When I said veggies, we'll just do like whole veggies. Pepper, cucumber, green onion, celery for the pasta salad, feta cheese for the pasta salad, turkey bacon for the eggs and bacon morning, romaine lettuce for the salads. I'm gonna like cut it all up and put it in Ziplocs so then we can just pour it in the bowl. Some Fiesta blend cheese for the chili. I got these little mason jars to fill with this Greek yogurt and frozen fruit for like yogurt granola bowls, sweet Hawaiian rolls for the barbecue chicken, deli meat for sandwiches, bow tie pasta for pasta salad, some salad kits for Jake and I to have for lunch. I got more paper bowls, but I actually don't need these. We have plenty of bowls, so I will save these for the next time we go out camping in a couple of weeks. I've got tortilla chips for chips and salsa, bread for sandwiches. I got frozen fruit to put in those yogurt things I'm gonna make. I got some bananas just for a snack, some apples for a snack, matchstick carrots, a huge thing of frozen strawberries. I actually didn't mean to order that big of one. I do the boneless, skinless chicken breast to make the barbecue chicken. I'll make that ahead in the crock pot. I'll cool it and freeze it. Sliced provolone cheese for sandwiches, a cantaloupe, some pickles, some hamburger buns for the turkey burgers, diced onions for the chili. I hate chopping onions. I needed a few things for the campfire chili. I got an extra thing of Kodiak muffin mix. I think we're only gonna bring one, so I'll just save that for our next trip as well. And then I got these little peanut butter cups for dipping and whatever else. And then I got 2 things of Premier protein shakes for Jake and I. This caramel one I really like. And then this one, it's a new flavor, cafe latte. So we'll see how that tastes. So I'm gonna put those into the drink cooler right now. So we'll have that ready to go. So that's everything as far as groceries go that I got from Walmart for this camping trip. What I like to do for groceries, like dry groceries that we're gonna bring, is I like to bag them up into the fridge. So on the morning of the camping trip, I'm not rummaging around trying to find everything. I can just grab the grocery bags and we can go. So I'm gonna organize that. Now, just basically using the Walmart bags that the groceries came in, I'm gonna put back in anything that needs to be brought, for example, like cheese. I'm gonna just put that in a Walmart bag, so when we leave, we can just grab those bags, put them in the ice chest, and go.
Misty mountains, dusty roads ahead. Crossing rivers, dreaming of a bed from a window in the mighty.
So my sous chef Kylie is helping me chop all the vegetables for the pasta salad. She's working on the celery. The muffins are done. So I'm letting the noodles kind of cool. There's just the matchstick carrots in there now. She's cutting up celery, and we'll do cucumber and onion and pepperoni, feta cheese, olives. That's what will go in here. The Kodiak muffins are done. I'm just letting them cool. I'm gonna put them in a Ziploc, so that's why I don't want to put them in there hot. So they're just resting on the counter now. I'm finishing browning the ground turkey for the chili, which is going to go in here. So in here, I just have matchstick carrots, an entire bell pepper. I'm going to use some seasonings, cumin, garlic, pepper, chili powder. I'm gonna do a can of corn drained, 2 cans of chili beans including the sauce, 1 can of kidney beans, 1 can of cannellini beans, and 1 32-ounce thing of tomato sauce, and then I'll add in a little water. I'll cook that on low for about 4 hours, and then I'm going to let it cool completely before I figure out how I'm going to transport it. I'm not quite sure. We've never brought a chili with us, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it in like a plastic container or if I'm gonna just try to put it in Ziploc bags and let it freeze flat. That's probably what I'll do. So we'll see. So that's where we're at now. And then I've got the chicken in here cooking on the low. I'm gonna cook it. Once it's done, I'm gonna add some honey. There's garlic and pepper on it, that's it. And then I am keeping it really easy, and I'm just gonna squeeze barbecue sauce all over it, shred it up nice and small. Same thing, let it cool, freeze it. And then when we get there, all we'll have to do is heat it up and put it on our buns. So making good progress. I also have my list here because if you guys are like us, when we go out of town, it's a little chaotic in the morning and I don't want to forget anything. So once I'm done cooking all the food of what needs to be prepared ahead, I'm gonna write down, like, grab out of the refrigerator, and I'm gonna put it there, and then grab out of the freezer so I don't forget. I told you guys about this, but this is how I like to do it. So you can see in here, I've got my Walmart bag, and it's just got, like, I already washed the peppers for snacking, the salad mixes, so that's all there. And then there's another bag back there. These are the Costco muffins. We had them frozen, so we're thawing those. The kids love those for road trips. So yeah, that's how I do it so I don't forget. And then the eggs for camping are in that plastic card container. And then I did the same thing down into the freezer with like the turkey burgers and stuff. So that just helps me like remember to grab stuff because I have been known to forget a thing or two. So we don't want that to happen again. So that's what I'm doing. A little time check-in for you guys. It's 11:03. I'm probably gonna divide this turkey meat in half and use it for some dinner tonight, so that way I don't have to like cook all again, because usually when I've got a full day in the kitchen with my sous chef, I don't want to spend the rest of the night cooking. So that's where we're at. We've got the snacks ready, the drinks ready. I'm gonna keep my menu in here so I don't forget what we're having. Breads and stuff are in here. So we're just gonna leave that on the counter for a day until we leave. These containers are empty, so I actually need to bring those out to the garage. We have like an absurd amount of camping lanterns, so I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna ask my husband what he wants to do with those, and then figure out how he wants to transport the propane. And someone was making cookies. Let's see if she's feeling better. Are you feeling better? Do you want to tell them what happened? No. Can I tell them? I can't tell them that you grabbed the...
No, don't.
Okay. Well, you guys heard, I can't tell you, but we had a little cooking accident. So she's okay, but she's just recuperating. So I'm gonna finish up in here, getting this chili going and finish the pasta salad. Now it's the worst time, which is washing all the dishes from all that food prep. And right when I'm done, I'm gonna have to make the kids lunch, and then I'm gonna have more dishes to do. Anybody else feel me? It's never ending. But really, I don't mind meal prepping for camping and having all the food prepared, because then over the weekend I get to really relax. But I really dislike how many dishes I have. You can see it's like overflowing. So I'm gonna get these done. So now that I've done the dishes and I've got the kids' lunch in the oven, I am sitting down with my list of my meal plan for our camping days, and I'm doing what I told you guys, where I write down what I should not forget. So I'm just gonna write down the things I need to grab out of the refrigerator and freezer, and I'm gonna check off all the things that I made. And the only thing I didn't get made was the Greek yogurts with the frozen fruit, kind of like a parfait, and then I bagged up some granola to put on top of it. I wasn't able to make those because I had to wash the mason jars, because all of my mason jars that I have had no lids, and I was like, huh, that's weird. So anyways, I need to make those yogurts, but I think other than that, that's it. So I'm just gonna write down everything I need to make, and so that way when we leave, I don't forget anything. Because like I said, I've been known to do that. One time I forgot a certain person's underwear and remembered everything else, but for some reason that one person's underwear did not make it on the trip. And I know you guys are probably wondering what my children are doing while I am finishing up getting everything ready for our camping trip. So we're coming upstairs so we can see. What are you doing?
We drawing Dragon Ball.
I heard it was some type of contest.
I'm playing with Tamagotchi.
Oh. So they're having a little drawing contest of some Dragon Ball characters.
I'm drawing Android.
Are you familiar with these people?
A little bit. A little bit. It's a lot.
That's a Dragon Ball character?
Yeah, her name's Android.
Cool. So that's what they're doing. Their lunch is almost ready. And I got some sample things in my Walmart order that I'm just bringing up into the laundry room. And I, of course, have laundry waiting for me as well. So gonna unload the dryer while I'm up here. And yeah, like today, I planned in my planner to kind of be home today because I knew I was gonna have to cook a lot of food and prep a lot of food. And so the kids are just doing different things. I think they were building Legos earlier, now they're drawing, some of them were helping me, and some days during summer break, we are not running around doing all the fun things. We're gonna do something fun this weekend, camping, which requires a little bit of preparation beforehand. So we're just kind of having a home day today, which is why I thought it would be kind of a good day to do a day in the life, especially since I haven't done one in so long. So once I get the clothes switched over into the dryer, then I will sit down and chat with you guys and kind of give you the update like I had been doing and kind of explain why I took a long hiatus on doing day in the lives and stuff like that. Okay guys, so the kids are having some lunch downstairs and I've got all of this laundry to fold. So I figured I would sit down and chat with you guys and fold this laundry at the same time. So if this is the first like day in the life video of mine you've ever come across, then bear with me through this. If you've been watching, then you guys know that once we went on lockdown for the COVID-19 quarantine thing, I started doing weekly day in the lives to kind of, I don't know, share how I was feeling and just kind of document such a weird time. I also had a lot of time on my hands because I was home, and I enjoyed sharing candidly about how I was feeling about all the things. And so you know, I was doing them every week, and I have filmed day in the life videos on my channel many times before. But there was something about filming those day in the life videos every single week that you guys really, really connected with and really liked. And I don't really, to be honest, I don't really know like specifically why the day in the life videos were so successful for a channel my size. But they really were. And so it just made me realize that you guys really love day in the life videos, and you really, really love day in the life videos where I sit down and talk like this, kind of candidly with you about how I'm feeling about things. So I did them every single week, and the COVID-19 quarantine situation out where I am is not over by any means, but I'm looking at my videos here on my YouTube app to see when the last one that I put up was, because I know it was a while ago. Okay, so the last day in the life video I put up before this one, it was called Day in the Life Quarantine Week 10, and they were always a week behind, so that was 2 weeks ago. So it's been 3 weeks since I filmed a Day in the Life video, and I'll get into why I kind of stopped for a little bit here in a second. But let's talk about the COVID-19 thing first. So that video was like 3 weeks ago, and I think we were just entering into phase 2, and not much has changed, really. In fact, our governor got on like 2 days ago and said that we're not ready to go into phase 3, but so we're still technically in phase 2. So phase 2 out here is basically like every single thing minus a few businesses are open, but everything has to be at 50% capacity. So every single thing, all the hotels, all the casinos, all the stores, literally every single thing has to be at 50% capacity. And then there's of course like additional restrictions that some businesses are requiring. Some business masks are still not like mandatory out here, but some businesses are requiring them, and some businesses were required by the governor to make that a requirement in order for them to reopen. So like hair salons and stuff like that, you have to wear a mask in there. That was a part of their reopening plan. So that's where we're at with all that. The governor did give like the okay for schools in our area to reopen for like summer school and stuff like that. But here's the really weird thing. Here's the really, really weird thing. So in our area, obviously, huge tourist destination, a hotel out here that has 50% capacity still at 50% capacity is still going to be easily a couple thousand people in a building. But for whatever reason, our governor has chosen to mandate churches to not be able to congregate in groups larger than 50, and that includes staff. So we still have not been able to resume going to church. Our church is doing the best that they can, and they're offering like a reservation. They got the volunteers as low as they could to like even run the service. That's like 15 people. So there's 35 spots available for people to go to church, and you have to make a reservation, which just feels all wrong. And yeah, it's that part I'm like, wow. So casinos, gyms, like any other kind of business can open at 50% capacity. So why can't a church open at 50% capacity and follow the same guidelines, social distancing, all that kind of stuff? Like, why can't we do that? Feels like an attack on church. That's just me being honest. So that's been pretty terrible because going to church, there's just something about it for us. Yes, the church is all of us as believers, and yes, we are not confined to a building. But when you're a mom and you've got kids and, I don't know, just worshiping with other believers, and just being at church with other friends. And I don't know, it's just, I'm grateful that they've done online stuff, but for us, it is in no way the same. And of course, my battery's gonna die. Be right. Okay, so anyways, going to church is missed. And it just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense why other businesses can operate at 50%, but a church is not allowed to do that. I don't know. And when questioned about that, he's stated that it's because the majority of churchgoers are in the at-risk population group, meaning he thinks only old people go to church. So that's been tough. And I don't know when that's gonna be changed. So the reservation thing is only 35 people can go, and our church, obviously this makes complete sense, has asked once you've been to one service to not reserve for like the next 3 weeks, so that way other people can go to the building as well, since only 35 people are allowed. So we got to go one time, and it was so needed, and it just made me realize like how much I miss being there, and how much, even though I'm doing the best I can with like watching church at home and making it like a good experience for our family, it's just not the same for us. So yeah, I miss going to church. On the bright side, some of my kids' sports were able to pick back up and resume in much different capacities than before. There's a lot of restrictions, there's a lot of rules and whatnot, but my kids just missed playing their sports so much that they're like, they're fine. Like my son who swims, he has to get his temperature taken before every time he goes into the building. There's all these like logs that they have to keep and all these waivers and everything. It's like a whole thing for them to even be able to practice. And then of course there's like different rules on being on a team where you can't like high five your opponent, and it's just like, I don't know, I'm happy that they're doing something, but I'm just sad that it's so odd, I guess is the right word. So as far as everything else goes, we're pretty much doing life as normal now. We're getting ready to go out of town, which you guys saw, which I'm so excited about. We have not been out of town since our Disney cruise in February, and our family, we take like one big vacation a year, and then maybe like do like a beach house, so I guess you would count that as like 2, but we usually do like little weekend getaways to neighboring states, and just, you know, we like to do things. And so we have not traveled anywhere since February, which is very abnormal for us. And so I'm just so looking forward to getting out of town and just breathing in some wonderful mountain air and just the whole thing. So really excited about that. So yeah, as far as everything else, like our community gym and stuff like that, they're still closed because it's like private, and they're saying they don't have enough insurance and yada yada yada. So we're still waiting on that. So I've still been working out in the garage that's 1,000,000 degrees, and that is no exaggeration. But everything else is kind of like pretty much open. We weren't a family that went out to eat a ton anyway, so that's not really different. And like the stores that we go to, we've still been going to most of them, not all. So yeah, that's it on where we're at with that since the last time I updated you guys, which was 3 weeks ago. So that video had week 10, so I guess this would be like week 13. I was able to get my hair done in person, so that was great. And my oldest daughter, Kylie, cut her hair. So she was she was excited about that. So yeah, that's how it's been. I went out for a girlfriend's dinner for her birthday, and all the restaurants you pretty much have to have a reservation for. You can't really do like walk-in seating, but those are like little things that just aren't a big deal. So that's how all of that is going. It's too hot here to play at the park. Parks are still closed. I don't know when they'll open again. So there's just like really weird little things. We have like a water park in our area, and that is open at 50% capacity. So we bought season passes for that because going 2 times pays for those. So we already went once. So as long as we go one more time, the passes saved money, and we will. So we did that. That was fun. But yeah, that's kind of an update on that. So now I will briefly update you guys on how I've been feeling and why I took a little bit of a break. So if you've been around for a while, you'll be able to read through, like, you'll be able to hear what I'm saying and maybe understand it a little more. If you are new and you're not familiar, I apologize for being vague, but I have to be. But really, I just want to say that the reason why I had to take some time off of doing like day in the life videos, and why I also took about 2 weeks off of being on Instagram, is just because with everything going on in the world, and the way that plays out in all of our individual lives is very different. And I can't even begin to describe the amount of, I've read the word weary in scripture before many times, and I've always kind of just thought of it as like really tired. But I feel like through the past, really from the pandemic into everything else that transpired, I really feel like I got an inside look at the definition of that word. Weary is putting it lightly, and I just did not have it in me to share. I didn't have the energy, I didn't have the mental capacity, and I just needed to take some time. So that's why I had to take a bit of a break, and that's all I really feel comfortable in sharing. And I appreciate the kind words and the messages from you guys, because when I decided to maybe consider coming back and I was met with all of that, that was the sign from the Lord that I needed, because I was praying and I was seeking him on a lot of different things. And I feel like that was a sign from the Lord when I logged back into my Instagram account and I had over 100 personal messages from you guys, and it just like totally touched my heart. And it really came at the right time, because no matter what you believe, or no matter where your heart's at, or no matter who you are, I think we can all agree that social media has been a very ugly place as of lately. And I really was heavily considering stepping away, because life is short and every day is a gift. And you know, you see that more and more, and you're made aware of that through certain situations that you may go through, or your loved one may go through. And it's like, we know that, but then there's certain things that really make that a reality, and it makes it real. And again, I apologize for being vague, but I kind of need to be. But if you are someone who's been around, then you will understand, be able to read through the lines. And I just didn't know. I didn't know, and I still am kind of struggling with where my boundaries are as like a social media person. When I started out, I never anticipated it going for this long, and I never anticipated sharing more than just about homeschool curriculum. And so as my channel and you guys have evolved and let me know like what you really enjoy from me, that's kind of, it's taken me into some places that I never really expected to be and never really sought out to be. And so it's like I had to really evaluate where my boundaries are. I feel like I kind of forgot where they were because I am such an open book and I want to be that way, but there's just wisdom in being safe. And so yeah, I just needed some time. As you can tell, it's still something I'm still processing through, but I've been doing better, and so I wanted to make this video for you guys and kind of update you. So yeah, that's it. That's the update. It's super long. It's gonna be a long video, but on the bright side, I got all of my laundry folded, so that's good. So anyways, let me know how you guys have been doing, what's going on where you are, down in the comments below. And yeah, keep it nice, because if it's not, I'll delete it. So anyways, that's it. I'm gonna call in these kiddos to put away their laundry now. So now that we've had our heart-to-heart, friends, I'm going to put away my laundry baskets, and I'm going to go downstairs and make a smoothie for lunch. I'm not super, Kylie, I don't know where you put it. Close the dryer if you open it, Kylie. Boys,
Yeah.
remember your hanging shirts. Put those away where they go. So anyways, they're playing Dragon Ball Z cards. I'm making a smoothie. I was gonna say, I'm not, like, in the summer, I don't know, it's so hot and I just don't feel like super hungry, but I also know that skipping meals is a really bad idea, and all of the hunger that I don't have right now will come striking at like 10:30 at night when I'm editing this video. That's a little confession for you guys. And so I will force myself to eat something even though I'm not really hungry. That's why, like, what's that called? Intuitive eating. That's why that would never work for me, because intuitively I could pretty much go all day without eating, and then suddenly at 11 o'clock I'm ravenous, and that's just terrible for you. So anyway, that's my little personal trainer side tip confession. But I am going to make my smoothie. I will show you guys what I'm putting in there. I'm going to beef it up, like make it really nutrient dense, because it's gonna be my meal. So I'm gonna get that now. Okay, so here's my lunch. Normally I would throw spinach in there too for some greens, but I'm actually out. So I have a frozen half of a banana here, some almond milk, a tiny little teaspoon of peanut butter, Shakeology, love it, been drinking it for years, and some added protein from the plain Greek yogurt. So I'll do a whole cup of this and a whole scoop of this, which together there's like 17 grams of protein in Shakeology, and then there's 18 grams. So this be like about, and then a little bit from the peanut butter. So around 40 grams of protein in a smoothie, which is perfect for me. Here's my lunch all blended up, super good. And I actually found I had some extra like I don't know what these are called, tin foil trays. So I'm letting the chili cool in these before I freeze it to bring camping. So yeah, that's it. All the dishes I did are still drying, and then of course there's more. Like I told you guys, it never ends. But what I am going to do now is I am going to sit down and read some books with Olivia, and I am also going to type the instructions for my friend who is dog sitting. I get a lot of questions from you guys about our dogs and how we do things. And there have been times where we have brought all 4 of them camping. But there's just certain dogs, like the one that we, that was a stray, that was actually like abandoned by her owners. She was abused, and so she does not do well with other people, and it just adds like a layer of stress to camping that I don't really want. So she's happier to stay home, we're happier to leave her home, and so it just works out well for everyone. So I'm gonna sit here on the couch with Olivia and drink my lunch, as funny as that sounds, and read with her for a little bit, and then I am going to type up the instructions for my friend who is going to be dog sitting while we're gone this weekend, celebrating Father's Day with Jake. We got him a kayak for Father's Day, and so we're going somewhere where he can test it out, and he's super excited. So we're gonna have a good weekend. So yeah, I'll have a dog sitter. We're only bringing 2 of the 4. So that's how we do it. We don't always bring them all. And in the future, we probably won't bring, Charlotte is the dog that accidentally became ours. But yeah, she just needs to have the same environment, the same people, and so it's just too stressful. So anyways, that's a little update for you guys. It is 1:15, so I've been moving today, and I'm tired now, so I'm gonna sit down for a little bit with my little lady and read a book.
Whenever I see you, you stole my heart. What is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire.
So I just got done printing out the doggy instructions for my friend, and I'm gonna give the kids about 30 more minutes, and then we are gonna round up and we are going to do their summer math review that they've been doing. So that's where we're at. It is almost 2:30, so we've had a full day. And I think I'm going to make my afternoon cup of coffee. I truly love and adore my afternoon cup of coffee, almost as much as my morning one. So the kids have just been playing and enjoying free time around the house today, so that I could get a lot of things prepared for our trip, like I said. But we are gonna do our summer math review here up next. All the kids are working on their summer review for math now. So I designated some things that I just wanted them to review. So Kylie's going over some angles and protractor measurements, and everyone just has a few pages to do. So that's what we're doing now. So it is now 3:30 almost, so it took a little bit, about an hour, and now I'm going to go work out. I typically am trying to work out earlier in the morning or way later at night, but that's just not gonna work out with today's schedule. But the reason why I'm doing that, like I said, I'm working in the garage still, and it is currently 90 degrees, just checked. So that's actually not that hot. Today is a cardio day for me, and anytime I do cardio right now, I'm changing it up. Some days I'm doing like HIIT style training of my own. Some of my favorite HIIT workouts are on my website, which is always linked down below. Sometimes I'm going for a run. Sometimes I am doing like a video of some type. I'm just changing it up for the cardio days. I've been following my own weightlifting plans for the other days, but on the cardio days I'm changing it up. So today I'm going to do like a kickboxing type workout that is from Beachbody, but it's 38 minutes and just gonna get some cardio going, get my heart rate up, and that's what I am deciding to do today. So I'm gonna grab my water and head out into the garage and get my workout done. So the sweat is pouring, you guys, so hot. I turned on the boxing program that I thought I was gonna do, and it just wasn't fast-paced enough for me today. I wanted something to really get my heart rate up, which you can hear. And like I said, it's really, really hot. So I did 20 minutes of pure high-intensity cardio, and now I'm gonna do 20 minutes of intense cardio with some added weights, some strength moves. So for cardio days, sometimes I infuse some strength in there. Today I felt like doing that. So I'm gonna grab a drink and then I'm gonna do the second half of my workout. Ready for swim, buddy? Mm-hmm. Today you have an 1.5 hour practice. Good. Ready? Are you happy to be back at swim?
Very.
So gonna take him to swim now, and we're back to eating in shifts. So the busyness is resuming, but we're happy about it, not complaining. It's 5 o'clock now, so I'm gonna drop him off, come back, eat dinner, and then we'll just save him a plate and he'll eat when he gets back from practice, because nobody wants to go to swim practice on a full tummy. Guys, we just finished up eating dinner, all of us minus the one that was at the activities. I got the dishes done, cleaned up the kitchen, and it is now almost 7 o'clock. So I am going to end today's day in the life here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was just a home day, but I got a lot done that needed to be done. So let me know if you guys are going camping anywhere, what's going on in your life. How are you doing? I know it's been a few weeks since I put up a day in the life video, so I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me on a hot summer day where I just stayed home for the most part. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you want to continue to see day in the life videos, and I will see you all in my next one really soon. Bye, guys.